What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here and welcome to our tournament report. This time around it was regionals and I was at Breda. If you went there and missed me, well, too bad. Anyway, there were a few people that noticed me, which is always great because I made the content for you guys and just having you guys around as a community is awesome. Alright, we started off just saying I was playing this little bad boy, Donphan. Yeah, just because Donphan has been one of my favorite Pokemon ever since I made Donphan Prime episode number 1. If you remember that, let me know in the comment sections because Donphan is just that awesome. Another thing you should know is that I was playing Trevenant. I'm not gonna say the line, how many Trevenants, how many Phantoms. I was playing a pretty unique list and I'm not gonna spoil it until next week because everyone is just playing Phantom Forces already and I want to keep my deck secret because Sunday is another regionals. From the title you should know that I did really well, so let's get straight into it. And the first round I was playing against my biggest weakness. What the hell? I was playing against, I was a Plasma Yveltal, not Plasma Yveltal, what am I saying? Plasma Kyurem in combination with Deoxys and Glaceon and Leafeon. The Glaceon makes it so the Plasma Pokemon have free retreat, actually 2 retreat less, which means free retreat. So the Kyurems have free retreat, the Deoxys has free retreat, and they use Lysander to catch out my Donphans. Okay, let's just explain it. The round number 1, I had 3 mulligans, so I was like, oh great, this is starting out really well for me at 3 mulligans, so he had to take 3 extra cards, which had made him a hand of like 9 or something. He also had a Kyurem as a start, which was great for him, and he got a really fast start, and because of that, I lost. Kyurem ate me alive, so I was like, no, why did I play Donphan? They are playing like the counter to my deck. And now round number 2, he gets 2 mulligans, so ha, in his face, so that was great. Luck turns around and I won pretty quick, getting out Trevenant, and he was item luck, so no colorless machine for you, man. Okay, last game, we start off, it's a really close game and time almost gets called, but I lost that game, just to get that out there. I could have stalled for the draw, but I'm not like that. I was like realizing he played a deck to counter mine and he deserved the win. He just had to take 1 more prize card and I had to take like 2. And yeah, just like that I lost. The Donphan is just no match for Plasma Kyurem. It's like a prize race where you get always, I have to take 6 prizes and he has to take 6 prizes. Although I could like rack a Deoxys EX, my Donphans are wide open for the Kyurems to knock me out. So, also a thing you should know is that I used the Vampy to actually deal a tackle of 60 damage. So Vampy with the Silver Bangle and a Fighting Stadium, use tackle on Deoxys EX for 60 damage. How epic is that? Yeah. Match number 2, it seems like my first match in every tournament I seem to lose. How weird. So that was another favorable matchup, but talking about favorable matchups, I was facing Landorus, Lucario, Mewtwo. The big bad Mewtwo that everyone was hyping up ever since it came out isn't that good anymore, because we have Pokemon to counter it. Alright. Yeah, well, I won both games pretty quick by stalling around with Sigilyph, using spinning turn after turn. Halucha did some damage, and I racked even Seismitoad at one point and Landorus EX. So there we have it. He was also playing Fighting Stadium, so it was great for me. And the reason he was playing Fighting Stadium is to knock out more EXs with his Landorus, but still, that also works in my favor, so it was a favorable matchup for me. He would get wrecked really well. Alright. Match number 3, Speed Lugia. I won thanks to Trevenant, Deidane, and Zekrom. What else can I say? Those were the MVPs of both games. I one-shotted the Lugia with Deidane, even 2 of those, and Zekrom was outrageously good, if you get that. Also in the second game, she started with a Thundurus EX. I don't have Lugia EX, that's why I'm showing this Thundurus. Yeah, she started with Thundurus EX, and at the turn 3, I even knocked that Thundurus out. So Thundurus EX isn't as good as people claim to be in the Speed Lugia deck, because fighting is still so popular. And if you haven't noticed, it's No Shave November and I'm doing pretty well, don't you say? Alright, as promised, I will keep my beard until November is over. Okay, where was I? I won those games pretty quick, so I was standing at 2 wins, 1 loss. Next up, the Donphan Mirror Match. There we have him. Okay, yeah, Donphan Mirror Match. The reason that I won the Donphan Mirror Match is simply because, there you guessed it, I run Trevenant and a different version of him. He was running Raichus and the Computer Search. A bit more consistency, but my deck runs Bicycle as well, which he was surprised about. He was like, wow, how do you put everything in your deck, like Bicycle and even the Trevenant? He was kind of surprised. He was playing the Pokemon TCG for over more than like 10 years, so he was around since base set and stuff, so a really great guy to play against. And the reason that I won round number 1 is because I got a really great start. He used what did he use? I think it was like yeah, he didn't have any damage output on my side of the field yet. I had a really fast start even with Trevenant, so he wanted to get some damage, and I even switched around to my Kyurem, and he had decided to attack my Kyurem, which was a mistake because I had a Lysander and the Kyurem knocked out a benched Dolphin of his that was actually powered up to use Wreck. So yeah, Kyurem was great in that first game. He also scooped after I used that attack, so it was like, oh yeah, great. We have 2 more games, and the reason for that is that he scooped is that we can play longer. So, round number 2. It was an even prize match. We picked 1 prize. I picked 1 prize, he picked 1, I picked 1, just like that. Until there was a crucial end at one point. He got set back to 2 cards, and I got set back to 1 card. And yeah, I got the Lysander. So next turn I used that. And with that, yeah, I got the game because I run a better version than him. I prefer Dowsing Machine because you can actually use 3 Lysanders in the game, which is great. You can also go for the catcher method in this deck, but I don't run catcher just to get that out there. Yeah, another win. So we were standing at 3 wins, 1 loss. Going great. Next match. It's Genesect Virizion, and now you're saying like, Zapdos, you're holding a fake card. I know, it's not in a sleeve, it's just bendable like this. It's a proxy. I'm using proxies just to test the decks out before I can get the cards to build them. But since I still don't have any Genesects and Virizion, so what should I show? Yeah, I couldn't even show it back. I was playing Virizion Genesect, so you guys won't be confused. So that's why the proxy is here. Alright, the reason that he won is simply because of this. Round number 1 he won because he runs Deoxys. Deoxys is really great in the Genesect deck. Now you're saying like, why should you run Deoxys? Because the 10 extra damage that Deoxys provides for Genesect makes him deal 110 damage with Megalo Cannon. So what? Yeah, you attach a Muscle Band and then 130 damage. How many HP has Donphan? Correctly, 130. So he used that combination, knocks out Donphans, and he sets up future KOs. Because he can use snipe damage from the Megalo Cannon on the bench Phanpy, and with that he goes time after time and doesn't even need the Muscle Band to knock out my Donphans. Really great. Game number 2 was a bit different though. He had a really weak start, no Virizion start, and I overpowered him really quick. I won in 6 turns because he had no more bench Pokemon. I used Donphan time after time spinning turn, and even with the Trevenant, he couldn't get things out anymore, and I won. So yeah, that was a really fast match. Game number 3 was a bit different though. That was a really close match. I had everything I needed to win, so that was really great. And let's just put out this. I still lost. Yeah, that's right. How does that come? Well, you have Genesect here. Let's say the Genesect only had 80 HP left. I had a Fighting Stadium in play. I had a Donphan on the active position. Yes, and I even had a Muscle Band. So the only thing that I was missing is, correctly, the energy. So yeah, I was really glad that when I top decked the Colress, so there were like about 20 cards left on the deck, so not many cards left. I used the Colress, and I noticed that I always count my energies at the beginning of the game, and I noticed that 6 energies were still there, 6 fighting energies, so that was great. I had a lot of fighting left, since I used, yeah, I believe it was 6 or 5, but still, just imagine yourself, you have a ton of energies left in your deck, you use Colress for 10 cards, and yeah, you could have guessed it. No single energy. That means I lost the game because next turn he Megalo Cannon me and I died. Actually, I fainted. That was the correct term. But still, yeah, it was a really close match, and I was actually like, oh, how did I lose because of that? I ran to lose really terribly, like one-shotted and donked and even that, but still, losing because of luck is not the thing I like. So I was losing. So that was a game like I was standing at 3 wins and 2 losses. Now, match number 6. I had to win both matches to even make a chance to do the top 8, so where do we go? Well, I was facing another fun deck. I was placing Gliscor, Machamp, Landorus, fighting stuff, Hawlucha, everything was possible, so maybe he didn't run Hawlucha, but still was fighting based deck with Gliscor. Gliscor has an attack, even powered with Strong Energy, Fighting Stadium, Muscle Band. He deals an attack, poisons the active Pokemon, and then the active Pokemon can retreat. So a lock like that. Lucky for me, I run 1 switch. I would Dowsing Machine, even 2 switches like that. So I overcome this deck really well, and I even got a Donk. How can you even say that? A Donk isn't possible. Well, here's the picture. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it, but the Donk actually happened because I run Kyurem. The reason for that is I started with the Zekrom. Yes, that's right. I started with a Zekrom, had a Floatstone in hand, attached it immediately, had the Karina at top deck, searched out an Ultra Ball, got out the Fampi, and yeah, something else. Yeah, I discarded Fampi with something else and got out the Kyurem, and with this little Kyurem, I got the Muscle Band and the DCE as well. So I knocked out a Gligar. Yeah, that's great. And he was surprised like that. A dunk like this happening in the top tables, yeah, strangely enough, it happens. Okay, now round number 2, he was really great to play against. He wasn't that frustrated about losing, he just was having fun. That was the most important thing about the tournament is that have fun, guys. And yeah, round number 2 was really great. He got out Gliscor, or Gliscor, whatever you want to call him, Landorus, and even more stuff, so he actually got his deck going. Lucky for me, I run Switch, as I said, and I got Trevenant, so I was like in a Trevenant position where I stalled for 5 turns. Not meaning like stalling, but I just passed 5 turns because he had all items in his hand and he couldn't do anything anymore. And the reason that I won is because Donphan used Wreck 2 times on 2 Landorus EXs. And he was really professional and great, and he was not a sore loser, but he just said, Donphan came in Wrecking Ball! Yeah, just like that, and I won the game because of those wrecks. That's great. Alright, because I won those 2 matches, 1 dunk and just 1 great match like that, we went to match number 7, where everything had to happen for me to be able to make it to the top 8. We were facing Yveltal Garbodor. Why not? I was prepared for this deck, favorable matchup, had the Dedanis, had the Zakrams, I even had the Trevenant, which isn't that great, but still, it was there to even slow my opponent down if I needed to do that. Okay, turn 1, actually game 1, I had a really terrible start. I had Donphan on turn 5, can you believe it? A really consistent deck like this, but yeah, she had Seismitoad to stall around, so yeah, what else could I do? Again, Switch helped me in this matchup. She played a lot of Hypnotoxic Laser, but then again, her Verbeck City Gems were the reason that I wrecked a ton of Pokemon. I even knocked out Darkrai with Lysander because he ran the Darkrai, and the Darkrai was just my way, my victory ticket. So yeah, Lysandering out, getting 2 prizes like that. Switching around to Pokemon to stall like Zekrom. Okay, round number 2, actually I won round number 1. She was so mad that she didn't even speak for the entire game 2. How terrible. Yeah, what a sore loser. I don't like that. I rather have the previous opponent where we laugh and stuff. Anyway, she was, let's just say, losing again on round 2, and then I won that way. I got 5 wins and 2 losses, and then we count everything up, and I was 10th place. So yeah, I just barely missed the top 8, and that was the top cut, actually, the top 8, and then they battled it out for yeah, the other places. So top 10, yeah, I had a 10th place, so I can't complain. My tournament went really well. Donphan never let me down. Only the luck-based loss was the crucial moment where I didn't get into the top 8. But still, I'm glad to share this report with you guys, and some of you guys I actually met in real life now, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button because you guys help me out a lot with the support, and I definitely appreciate it. So every little thing is great. A like, a comment that saying how you guys did and your regionals and other things are really useful for other players out there to share and make this community better. So thanks again for watching another video, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Peace.